a good nap. Yes, very nice. Okay, let's see, what time is it? November? Man, I haven't put out a video yet. People must think I'm lame. Oh hey, what's this?
Dear game reviewer, I have left this game in your house for you to review. Too long the internet has fought over its quality. It's time to set things straight. Signed, SonicFan1224828 #JimmyJohnsLimited.com. Fan.
Oh, okay, I guess I can review the game, but, come on, what is it? Oh no. Oh no. Hello people of the internet, I am LegenGary, and today I would like to talk to you guys about a particular game that most fans have the most split reception of. That game of course being Sonic and the Black Knight. Let's get on with this.
Sonic and the Black Knight is a sequel to the infamous Wii exclusive Sonic and the Secret Rings, a game which at first received good reception, but eventually became known as one of the worst Sonic games of all time. The integration of the motion controls was wonky, the story was dumb, and there was just too many negatives going against the game. So Sonic Team did what any company would do if their game was a failure: make a sequel. The truly logical step.
This game has received a lot of mixed rating, being from one of the worst to probably one of the best. But as a gamer, where do I stand on this? Well, let's find out.
We start up the game and the first thing that hits you right in the face is the game's awesome soundtrack. After being absent for a few games, music composer Jun Senoue makes his triumphant return to the Sonic games by bringing us this pretty epic track. And with him, he brought every Sonic fan's favorite rock band, Crush 40. The band is famous for making memorable songs like Open Your Heart, All Hail Shadow, and of course, Live and Learn.
But good music can only help a game so far. Let's get to the real meat potatoes. Let's talk about the story.
The story starts us off with a girl being chased by what I can only assume is the Black Knight. The Black Knight unleashes his evil minions of darkness to capture her. Surrounded, she summons a hero to come rescue her. And right on cue, Sonic falls from the sky. And does probably one of the most talented landings I've ever seen. Sonic, understanding the situation, takes out the enemies and proceeds to face off against the Black Knight. Or not. No, my lunch! After that, we learn the girl who summoned us is named Merlina, and that she is Merlin's granddaughter. And the knight chasing after her is none other than King Arthur, the King of Camelot. Oh, did I mention that this game is based off of Arthurian Legend? Wait, I didn't? Oh man! Cain has been corrupted by the power of immortality, which comes from the scabbard of Excalibur. He is now using his powers to rule over Camelot with an iron grip of tyranny and darkness, and the only way to stop him is to get the 4 sacred swords of the land and put an end to his reign of terror. We soon find the first sacred sword, Caliburn, who walks and talks with Sonic. He's alright, I guess, but I think I like the Soul Eater version of him much better. Soon after that, we learn that the other 3 swords are being held by the Knights of the Round Table, namely Sir Lancelot, Sir Gawain, and Sir Percival, who are represented by Shadow, Knuckles, and Blaze. I'm pretty sure Percival was a guy, but I guess I can let that one slide for now.
That's the story in a nutshell. But what is the gameplay like? Well, you really want to know? Okay, you asked for it. Oh boy.
This game is really easy. The game has Sonic running down a linear pathway similar to that of Sonic and the Secret Rings. Unlike that game though, Sonic is no longer always running, which I personally find to be a really big improvement, especially when it comes to changing directions. Sonic is no longer controlled entirely by motion controls, and is instead controlled by the nunchuck's analog stick. You can perform a jump by pressing A, do a special action by pressing Z, and block enemies' attacks by pressing C. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, that's all fine with a side of cheese nips, but how the heck do you use this thing?
Oh, the sword? Well, that's an easy one.
Step 1. You sit down on the couch, or stand if you prefer. Step 2. Have a relaxed pose, breathing in deeply and out soundly. Step 3. Waggle the Wii remote around like you're in a freaking earthquake! Yep, just waggle. It doesn't even make a difference. Waggle here, waggle there, waggle everywhere. It counts as a slash. Now the swordplay is varied here and there by a few things. There's a special attack you can use via the soul gauge, which can defeat most enemies in one hit. As you use it though, your soul gauge will go down, and when it reaches its end, you will go back to normal. If you time your swings right though, you can get a perfect strike, which raises your soul gauge a little bit. This can be very helpful when fighting bosses. When there are no enemies around, Sonic just sprints super fast to get to the next enemy. You can also perform different sorts of attacks regularly if you unlock them as abilities from the blacksmith, after you've gained so many followers. Personally, my favorite attack would have to be this jump attack. It can take out several enemies at a time, and when you land, you get a speed boost. You can also go there to forge specific weapons and get certain items. You can do this by collecting different items you find during the game. Usually they can be found in a chest, dropped by an enemy, or be given to you by a villager. To be honest, this is a nice touch. However, none of this variety can excuse the fact that this game's swordplay is still pretty subpar. Another thing I hear people talk about is the camera issues. The camera is almost always facing directly behind you, making it really hard to avoid enemies at times. Then when the camera angle does change, it will be still at an awkward angle, making some rather easy platforming segments become very hard and very frustrating.
But when you're not fighting camera angles or waggling the Wii remote around just to slash, you'll be doing missions to complete the story. And to be honest, they're not that great.
First off, what do any of these missions have to do with the story? Give 80 rings to villagers? Defeat 50 enemies? What is this, Destiny?
Would you like some aloe vera? You just got burned.
When you get done with missions, more story areas open up to you on the world map, totaling to 9 locations in total.
After you have done the missions and fight the knight, it is finally time to come against King Arthur himself. Alright, I'm ready. Let's do this.
You shall regret the day you ever raised your sword against me. Let's finish this off once and for all! Onward, Sonic, Knight of the Wind!
Yeah, finally got him! I guess that was Sonic and the Black Knight. You know, all things considered, it was relatively short, and I don't think it does too much harm. Sure, the gameplay's bad and the camera is just all over the place, but, you know, for what you get, it ain't that half bad. What'd you say? There's more to the story. Nah. You see that? He's dead. He's dead. King Arthur's dead. I killed him. He's dead. I can't continue on from that. He's dead. Story's over. We can go home. You see, it's not. It is over because you see, he's dead. The main villain is dead. Whoa!
Yep, after you beat King Arthur, Merlina reveals herself to be the true villain, and she uses the scabbard of Excalibur to turn the world eternal, via the darkness of the underworld, which apparently is in the sky for some reason. And so it's up to Sonic and the Knights to stop her once and for all. This opens up the last 4 areas of the game, in which you can either play as Sonic or one of the Knights of the Round Table. Personally, I like the second half a little bit, until I start getting into the repetitive missions. And then I just started to get bored. But eventually I did get to the end, after watching the same cutscene 3 times, slaying a dragon, which trust me isn't as exciting as it sounds. I found myself face to face with Merlina. Time for an obligatory transformation sequence.
Is absolutely awesome!
This fight actually has to be one of the easiest, but also one of the best bosses in the game, in my opinion at least. You dodge these projectiles and have to block back some of Merlina's attacks. As I said, it's not hard, but it's fun. After that we get the end cutscene without life or something, Sonic's King Arthur, end.
Well, that was Sonic and the Black Knight. What do I think of it? Well, I definitely see the good points to it. It's got great sound, great visuals, and it's definitely improved some of the mechanics that were introduced from the last game. The swordplay, though, and the gameplay and everything like that, it's really just so subpar, and it just sort of makes this humongous sort of equalizing between the bad and the good. And stuck between the middle there is like the story, because personally, I think it's good, but it's rather rushed in places, and some of the voice acting in it is just rather cheesy. But all things considered, it's not too bad of a game, and it's not too great of a game. So it's sort of in the middle. That's why my final rating for this game is a 5 out of 10.
Yes! I did it!
Hello everybody, LegenGary here, and thanks for watching my very first review on Sonic and the Black Knight. If you liked the video, why don't you let me know with a like? If you want to see more of my videos, why don't you subscribe? It's a free thing you can do on YouTube, guys. It's free. All you have to do is click, and yeah, that's really all that you really need to do. It's not that hard. So do it. Currently I don't have another video to show you guys, but when there is another one, I will put it in the left annotation over there. However, I do have a video from my friend Badman Reviews. If you click the box on the right, it'll send you to his top 20 PS2 games video. It's very interesting. I think there's some titles in there that not a lot of people know about, and so yeah, you should probably go check that out. Maybe some PS2 hidden gems will be there, who knows. Links to my socials can be found at the bottom of the box or in the description below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!